From the very first moment, Tasha K addressed the controversy surrounding Papoose and Claressa Shields. The internet was ablaze with speculation and heated debates. According to Tasha K, Papoose, the well-known rapper and husband of Remy Ma, has reportedly failed to present any concrete evidence to defend himself in the ongoing HIV case that allegedly involves Claressa Shields. This claim, if accurate, not only exposes Papoose to intense public scrutiny, but also places him at significant legal risk, including potential jail time.
Dissolved of a marriage between Remy Ma and Papoose. And y'all let these blogs get out here and call me a liar. Y'all let them get out here and call us a liar. I was the only blog out here standing 10 toes down that there was something going down between them. And I heard from both of their teams. Even got cease and desist from Papoose team on spilling wine. And so y'all ain't got the audacity to let me know at 2 o'clock in the morning that Remy Ma is online crashing out over her husband. The only problem is she crashing out with the wrong one, okay? Because Claressa, bring Remy Ma versus Claressa.
Situation first gained traction when Tasha K, in her signature nonsense reporting style, revealed that the rapper's attempts to disprove the HIV allegations had fallen short in court. She stated that, despite multiple claims of innocence and attempts to provide documentation, Papoose had not succeeded in convincing the legal authorities handling the case. According to her, the failure to validate evidence effectively weakens his position and leaves him vulnerable to both legal penalties and public criticism.
House was not a home for a long time. When Remy lost the weight, she lost the man, she lost the house, she lost her damn mind. And went out here and got her a Papoose look-alike. See if you could tell which one is Papoose out of these two men. Put up Papoose, put up the look-alike. We got somebody new on the board, so give them a second. Papoose and the look-alike. Papoose versus CC. Now here's the thing. So tell me if you could tell which one is who. How you go?
Who has long maintained a careful image in the public eye, now finds himself at the center of a storm that extends beyond personal reputation. The allegations reportedly connect him to Claressa Shields, a celebrated professional boxer known worldwide for her achievements in the ring. The HIV-related claims have sparked outrage not only among fans of the rapper, but also within the sports community and beyond, as questions about accountability, privacy, and public responsibility swirl in social conversations. Tasha K has emphasized that the crux of the matter lies in the lack of verifiable evidence presented by Papoose's legal team. Multiple insiders have suggested that documents and records which might have supported his case were either incomplete or insufficiently corroborated. According to these sources, this shortfall has severely hindered his credibility, both in the courtroom and in the court of public opinion. The implications of failing to provide proof in a high-profile case such as this are considerable, potentially leading to sanctions or even incarceration.
Look-alike. Boxer Claressa Shields. Put Remy Ma up versus Claressa. The only difference is Remy ain't got no muscles no more. She used to have that strong chin, them strong arms, and I believe back in her jailbird days, she could have gave Claressa Shields some energy. But right now, her on social media doing all this here, and I'm like, Remy, I don't think that this is what you want. Like I said, you have not, your body looks like it's...
Line of events, it's reported by Tasha K, indicates that this controversy began months ago. Initial whispers about an alleged HIV case connected to Papoose circulated quietly within entertainment circles. But the narrative gained explosive momentum once Tasha K went public with her reporting. She highlighted specific instances where Papoose allegedly attempted to present evidence only for it to be dismissed or questioned due to inconsistencies. According to her coverage, these missteps were compounded by delays in submissions, procedural errors, and a general inability to meet the legal standards required in such sensitive cases. Adding further fuel to the fire, Tasha K has also reported that social media reactions have been overwhelmingly critical of Papoose. Many fans expressed disbelief that someone of his stature could find himself entangled in such serious allegations without concrete proof to defend himself. Others have debated the credibility of the claims entirely, creating a polarizing environment online where opinions clash and speculation thrives. The digital discourse surrounding this controversy has become a constant source of tension, with hashtags and trending discussions keeping the story in the public eye. Moreover, Tasha K's coverage has underscored that Papoose's failure to prove evidence is not merely a legal hiccup, but a broader commentary on accountability in celebrity culture. In her reporting, she stresses that public figures often assume their fame will shield them from scrutiny. But cases like these serve as a stark reminder that the law applies equally, regardless of popularity. The rapper's predicament, therefore, resonates not only as a legal matter, as a cultural moment reflecting society's expectations of responsibility and transparency from those in the limelight. While Papoose has not publicly addressed Tasha K's recent claims in detail, sources close to the situation have suggested that his team is working diligently to remedy the situation. Lawyers are reportedly reviewing documentation, cross-referencing medical and legal records, and preparing for upcoming hearings. However, according to Tasha K, these efforts have yet to produce decisive results, leaving many observers skeptical about whether the rapper can successfully defend himself before the court. Tasha K has also drawn attention to the broader context of the case, noting that Claressa Shields' involvement adds another layer of complexity. Shields, a decorated athlete, has a strong public image and a dedicated fan base. Allegations involving her, particularly concerning something as serious as HIV, are bound to generate significant attention and scrutiny. Tasha K points out that the stakes are high for everyone involved, and the failure to substantiate claims with clear evidence could have far-reaching consequences, including potential damage to reputations, careers, and public trust. Interestingly, Tasha K's reporting highlights a recurring theme: the tension between celebrity privacy and public accountability. In this case, Papoose's personal life intersects with serious health-related allegations, making the situation uniquely delicate. The legal system requires concrete proof to move forward effectively, but public interest ensures that every detail is dissected and debated. According to Tasha K, this dual pressure has amplified the challenges faced by Papoose, who must navigate both a courtroom and an intensely judgmental public sphere simultaneously. In conclusion, part 1 of this unfolding story, as chronicled by Tasha K, establishes a foundation for understanding the severity of the situation. Papoose's reported failure to present verifiable evidence in the Claressa Shields HIV case places him in a precarious position legally and publicly. The combination of procedural errors, incomplete documentation, and high-profile scrutiny has created a perfect storm, one that could potentially lead to jail time if not resolved. As the legal proceedings continue and Tasha K's reporting keeps the public informed, the narrative surrounding Papoose, Claressa Shields, and the HIV allegations remains both compelling and deeply consequential. The controversy surrounding Papoose and the alleged Claressa Shields HIV case intensified as details about the timeline of events began to emerge. According to Tasha K, the sequence of incidents paints a troubling picture of repeated missteps and missed opportunities by Papoose and his legal team. From the outset, the rapper faced challenges in providing verifiable evidence to counter the allegations. It's a failure that has been central to Tasha K's reporting. The first whispers of the case reportedly surfaced several months prior, with rumors circulating quietly in entertainment circles before breaking into mainstream news. Insiders told Tasha K that initial claims about the HIV allegation were dismissed by many as unverified gossip. However, as social media platforms buzzed with speculation, the situation quickly escalated, placing both Papoose and Claressa Shields in an uncomfortable spotlight. According to Tasha K, it was this growing public attention that compelled legal authorities to take a more formal approach, prompting investigations and requiring the rapper to substantiate his defenses. Tasha K's coverage highlights that Papoose's first documented attempt to present evidence occurred shortly after the formal complaint was filed. Sources reveal that his legal team submitted records and affidavits meant to verify his position. But according to Tasha K, these submissions were riddled with inconsistencies. Dates did not align, documents were incomplete, and some key materials lacked proper verification. The failure to meet procedural requirements, Tasha K emphasizes, significantly weakened Papoose's credibility in the eyes of the court. The next critical juncture in the timeline occurred when Papoose reportedly appeared for hearings where evidence review was central. Tasha K notes that despite multiple opportunities, his team failed to produce compelling testimony or documentation. Judges overseeing the matter reportedly expressed frustration with repeated errors and incomplete filings. Tasha K specifically pointed out that these failures not only impacted the legal trajectory, but also contributed to a mounting sense of public skepticism. Fans and observers online questioned why a figure of Papoose's stature could allow such mistakes to persist in a case of high importance. Social media reactions, as documented by Tasha K, were swift and unforgiving. Tweets, Instagram posts, and TikTok videos flooded platforms, dissecting every aspect of the rapper's failed attempts to provide evidence. Hashtags related to the controversy trended on multiple occasions, with fans and critics debating both Papoose's legal standing and the seriousness of the allegations. Many commentators criticized what they perceived as negligence or poor preparation, while others argued that the scrutiny was disproportionate given the sensitive nature of health-related claims. Tasha K's reporting underscores that this online discourse amplified the pressure on Papoose, creating a climate where every misstep was magnified and widely publicized, adding further complexity. Tasha K highlighted interactions between Papoose's legal team and court officials that underscored the challenges of procedural compliance. According to her sources, multiple submissions were rejected due to technical errors, missing notarizations, or failure to provide necessary corroboration. Each rejection, she explains, delayed proceedings and heightened the perception that Papoose was struggling to mount a credible defense. These repeated procedural setbacks, combined with the public's growing interest, created a scenario where legal and reputational stakes were escalating simultaneously. Tasha K also detailed the ripple effect on Claressa Shields' public image, while Shields herself has remained largely private regarding the allegations. The ongoing media coverage has inevitably drawn attention to her name. Tasha K suggests that the scrutiny surrounding her involvement intensified as the rapper's failure to substantiate evidence became more apparent. Fans of Shields expressed concern and frustration online, reflecting broader debates about privacy, accountability, and the responsibilities of public figures when embroiled in sensitive matters. Notably, Tasha K reports that this controversy has prompted debates in entertainment and sports media about the intersection of celebrity culture and serious legal issues. Analysts have remarked on the challenge of maintaining journalistic objectivity while covering stories with potentially life-altering implications. Tasha K's coverage stands out because it combines investigative rigor with a keen understanding of public sentiment, documenting both procedural developments and the reactions of a digitally engaged audience. The timeline further reveals attempts by Papoose to clarify his position publicly. Tasha K notes that interviews, social media statements, and indirect communications were used in an effort to assert his innocence and explain the alleged discrepancies in documentation. However, she stresses that these attempts were largely ineffective. As public focus remained on the failure to provide legally recognized proof, according to her reporting, the disconnect between public declarations and court-accepted evidence contributed to the perception that Papoose was not fully prepared to navigate the seriousness of the case. Tasha K. also emphasizes that repeated delays and failed evidence submissions have broader implications for the legal proceedings. Courts often interpret delays or inconsistencies as potential indicators of insufficient preparation or lack of credibility. In Papoose's situation, Tasha K. reports, these failures have intensified scrutiny from legal authorities, raising concerns that further procedural missteps could lead to sanctions, stricter oversight, or even incarceration. The narrative sheet presents positions the rapper's predicament not as a simple administrative hiccup, but as a high-stakes scenario with tangible consequences. Public reactions have also evolved over time. Early speculation has given way to sustained debate and, in many cases, criticism of the rapper's approach. Tasha K. documented instances where fans questioned the competence of Papoose's legal representation, while others debated the ethics of disclosing sensitive health allegations in a public forum, illustrating how modern celebrity controversies often unfold in dual arenas, the courtroom and social media platforms simultaneously. In summary, Part 2 of Tasha K.'s reporting illustrates a timeline marked by repeated failures to present verifiable evidence, procedural missteps, and an intensifying public and media scrutiny. Papoose's attempts to counter the Claressa Shields HIV allegations have, according to Tasha K., been insufficient to satisfy legal requirements, creating a precarious situation with both legal and reputational consequences. Social media reactions have compounded the pressure, while ongoing court proceedings underscore the high stakes involved. As this story continues to develop, the combination of failed evidence, procedural challenges, and public scrutiny highlights the complexity of navigating celebrity controversies intertwined with serious health and legal issues. As the controversy surrounding Papoose and Claressa Shields' HIV allegations intensified, legal complications emerged as a central theme, one that Tasha K. has been covering extensively. According to her reporting, the failure to present concrete evidence has placed the rapper in a precarious legal position. The courts, she emphasizes, operate on strict procedural and evidentiary standards, and any deviation or failure to meet these benchmarks can have serious consequences, including potential jail time. Papoose's repeated difficulties in providing verifiable proof have therefore raised significant red flags in the eyes of legal authorities. Tasha K. highlights that one of the primary legal complications arises from inconsistencies in documentation submitted by Papoose's team. These include incomplete medical records, missing signatures, and improperly notarized affidavits. According to her sources, such deficiencies make it challenging for the court to assess the validity of his claims and force judges to proceed cautiously. Moreover, any attempt to correct these errors retroactively is often scrutinized, creating a situation in which the rapper's credibility is constantly under pressure. Another layer of legal complexity involves the timeline of submissions. Tasha K. reports that deadlines were missed or extended multiple times, which in legal proceedings can signal disorganization or lack of preparedness. In high-profile cases such as this, where public scrutiny is intense, such procedural failures are magnified, giving both media outlets and online commentators fodder to question the legitimacy of the defense. Legal analysts, cited by Tasha K., have pointed out that repeated delays in submitting proper evidence could influence judicial opinion and potentially impact sentencing or rulings, while the legal battle raged behind closed doors. Social media became a public arena where fans, critics, and casual observers dissected every development. According to Tasha K., the fallout was immediate and widespread. Hashtags related to Papoose's alleged failure to prove evidence trended across platforms, generating thousands of posts, memes, and videos. Some users expressed disappointment in the rapper, arguing that someone in his position should have anticipated the scrutiny and prepared accordingly. Others debated the fairness of public judgment in such sensitive cases, highlighting the tension between celebrity culture and personal privacy. Fan reactions have been particularly polarized. Tasha K. reports that Remy Ma supporters and longtime fans of Papoose defended him, emphasizing the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. On the other hand, critics accused him of negligence and irresponsibility, especially given the seriousness of HIV-related allegations. According to her coverage, division intensified as more details about failed evidence submissions emerged, further complicating the narrative and creating a charged, highly emotional online environment. Adding to the pressure, Tasha K. highlights that Papoose's defense strategy has been a mix of legal maneuvering and public messaging. While lawyers focused on gathering missing documentation and clarifying discrepancies, Papoose attempted to assert his position through social media statements and indirect interviews. Tasha K. notes that these public attempts, though meant to reassure fans, often backfired. The disconnect between what the public perceived and what could be legally substantiated created additional scrutiny and criticism, making the defense effort a delicate balancing act between legal requirements and media optics. Tasha K. also points out that the involvement of Claressa Shields adds a layer of sensitivity to the proceedings. Shields, who enjoys a highly respected public image, became an indirect focal point in the narrative. While she has maintained privacy, Tasha K. explains that public discussions surrounding her involvement inevitably influence perceptions of Papoose. Any misstep in the defense, she asserts, could be interpreted as disrespectful or negligent, compounding reputational risk. Legal experts she cites underscore that reputational factors, though not directly part of a court ruling, often influence the broader context in which legal proceedings are viewed, especially in high-profile cases. The social media fallout, according to Tasha K., is further complicated by the rapid spread of unverified information. Memes, speculative videos, and misleading posts circulated widely, creating confusion and amplifying criticism of Papoose. Tasha K.'s coverage emphasizes that the online frenzy not only shaped public opinion, but also placed additional pressure on legal representatives to act swiftly and thoroughly. In her reporting, she notes that the court of public opinion can sometimes be harsher than the legal system itself, with reputational damage occurring long before any verdict is reached. In response to mounting scrutiny, Papoose's legal team reportedly intensified efforts to validate evidence and address procedural gaps. Tasha K. reports that lawyers engaged medical professionals, reviewed prior submissions, and sought additional documentation to ensure compliance with court requirements. Despite these efforts, however, she emphasizes that progress has been slow, and the court continues to demand rigorous proof. The ongoing struggle to meet these standards highlights the high stakes of the case and underscores the importance of meticulous preparation when defending against serious allegations. Tasha K. also examines the implications for celebrity culture. More broadly, according to her analysis, Papoose's predicament is emblematic of the risks faced by public figures when personal matters intersect with serious allegations. The legal system operates independently, but public perception, amplified by social media, creates an additional layer of accountability. Tasha K. stresses that this dual pressure, legal and social, requires careful navigation, as failure in either arena can have severe consequences. For Papoose, the challenge is not only to satisfy the court, but also to manage the narrative in a way that mitigates reputational harm. Fan engagement continues to be a critical aspect of this ongoing controversy. Tasha K. notes that supporters have mobilized online, creating campaigns defending Papoose and criticizing perceived media bias. At the same time, detractors have called for transparency and accountability, arguing that failure to provide verifiable evidence should carry tangible consequences. This polarized environment, she observes, reflects broader societal debates about the responsibilities of public figures, the role of social media in shaping narratives, and the importance of evidence-based reporting in sensitive cases. In conclusion, Part 3, as reported by Tasha K., illustrates a complex landscape of legal complications, social media fallout, fan reactions, and defense strategies. Papoose's failure to produce sufficient evidence has triggered procedural challenges, heightened scrutiny, and polarized public opinion. The involvement of Claressa Shields, combined with high-profile attention and the rapid spread of information online, has amplified the stakes, while his legal team continues to work on addressing deficiencies. Tasha K. emphasizes that both legal and reputational risks remain substantial. As proceedings continue, the interplay between courtroom requirements, public perception, and social media narratives underscores the intricacy of navigating high-profile controversies involving sensitive health-related allegations. As the legal proceedings continue, the potential consequences for Papoose have become a central focus of Tasha K's reporting, according to her sources. The rapper's inability to provide verifiable evidence in the Claressa Shields HIV case has escalated beyond procedural complications to a matter of serious legal jeopardy. In her latest coverage, Tasha K. emphasizes that failure to meet evidentiary standards could expose Papoose to fines, sanctions, or even incarceration, making this one of the most consequential episodes of his public life. Tasha K. reports that legal experts she consulted have expressed concerns about the severity of potential outcomes. In particular, the repeated failures to submit proper documentation, combined with the missed deadlines highlighted in Part 2, create a scenario where judges might interpret the rapper's actions were inactions as negligence or disregard for court procedures, while the law requires intent to be proven for certain penalties. Tasha K. explains that the repeated lapses in evidence submission could weigh heavily in the court's assessment, increasing the likelihood of harsher measures. Moreover, Tasha K. emphasizes that public perception plays an indirect but significant role in the unfolding scenario. The online and media attention surrounding the case amplifies every court decision and procedural development. According to her reporting, this visibility places additional pressure on the legal system to maintain credibility and fairness, as well as on Papoose to act decisively and transparently. Any misstep at this stage, she warns, could have repercussions, not only legally, but also in terms of career opportunities, brand partnerships, and public reputation. Another critical consequence highlighted by Tasha K. involves the ripple effect on personal relationships and family dynamics. The rapper's marriage to Remy Ma, long considered a high-profile and seemingly stable partnership, is now under scrutiny. Tasha K. reports that sources close to the couple suggest that the ongoing allegations and legal uncertainties have introduced tension into their relationship. While the couple has maintained public appearances to project unity, the behind-the-scenes stress associated with a potential jail sentence or public backlash cannot be overlooked. This dimension adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. Tasha K. also points out that the failure to prove evidence may have long-term implications beyond immediate legal consequences. Should Papoose face convictions, fines, or other formal penalties, the case could become a reference point in future discussions of celebrity accountability, health-related legal disputes, and the responsibility of public figures to maintain transparency in sensitive matters. According to her coverage, the ramifications extend beyond one individual, touching on broader cultural conversations about responsibility, ethics, and the intersection of fame and law. In addition to reporting on potential consequences, Tasha K. has continued to provide updates on Papoose's attempts to address the situation. According to her, The rapper's legal team is reportedly working around the clock to gather the remaining documentation, verify medical records, and ensure compliance with court procedures. These efforts, Tasha K notes, are crucial for minimizing legal penalties and demonstrating a good faith attempt to rectify earlier shortcomings. However, she emphasizes that time is of the essence, and any further delays could further jeopardize his position. Tasha K's reporting also highlights public reactions to the ongoing developments. Fans continue to debate whether Papoose will be able to successfully navigate the legal challenges, with some maintaining staunch support while others call for accountability. In particular, discussions have centered on the implications of a high-profile celebrity potentially facing jail for failing to provide evidence in a sensitive health case. Tasha K frames this as a teachable moment about responsibility and preparedness, underscoring the importance of thorough documentation and careful legal strategy. Another significant point raised by Tasha K involves the role of media coverage. In shaping outcomes, she explains that extensive reporting, including her own, has kept public attention firmly on the case, which can influence perceptions of fairness, credibility, and urgency. While the courts operate independently, she asserts, public scrutiny ensures that legal authorities handle the matter transparently, heightening the stakes for Papoose. According to Tasha K, this combination of media visibility, social media discourse, and legal consequences creates a uniquely challenging environment for anyone involved. Tasha K also highlights statements made by her sources regarding potential jail risks. Lawyers close to the situation reportedly stress that while incarceration is not guaranteed, the probability increases when evidence deficiencies persist. The longer procedural gaps remain unaddressed, the more severe the consequences could become. Tasha K underscores that this is not merely theoretical. In high-profile cases involving health allegations and public figures, courts have historically shown limited tolerance for repeated failures to comply with evidentiary standards. In her latest updates, Tasha K continues to provide context, emphasizing that this case is emblematic of broader societal issues. Notes that the intersection of celebrity, law, and sensitive health matters illustrates the challenges of navigating public scrutiny while complying with legal standards. According to her, Papoose's predicament serves as a cautionary tale for other public figures who may underestimate the importance of thorough preparation, timely submissions, and credible evidence. Finally, Tasha K's coverage concludes with a reflection on the ongoing uncertainty. While efforts to rectify evidence failures are underway, the looming possibility of jail, fines, or sanctions remains. The situation underscores the gravity of failing to meet legal expectations, particularly when amplified by public attention and social media discourse. Tasha K urges careful observation of forthcoming hearings, emphasizing that each development will carry substantial implications for Papoose, Claressa Shields, and broader discussions about celebrity responsibility. In conclusion, Part 4 ties together the legal, personal, and public dimensions of the controversy. Papoose's failure to prove evidence, as reported by Tasha K, has created a situation fraught with potential consequences, including jail, reputational damage, and strained personal relationships. Social media scrutiny, public discourse, and procedural complications amplify the stakes, while ongoing efforts by his legal team aim to mitigate these risks. As the story continues to unfold, Tasha K's reporting provides a comprehensive, authentic, and detailed chronicle of events, capturing the full complexity of a high-profile case that intertwines celebrity law and sensitive health allegations.